Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
And join us. Yes, as you walk in majestically, spiritually, and gingerly, I even like the way you walk. Please take your seats and we proceed with the program. Thank you. Alim, you have the floor.
Taling Dima.
No way. Lemon.
Lupe.
No, that is not the story.
Another story?
I am the immaculate, my family's favorite, working hard to generate so as to coordinate my opposite, not to be desperate or being a woman is not a regret.
What?
And I am the dove, the white dove. I flew across oceans of the seven world. My feathers brought in all those roads spreading peace and love like the love that spreads wide in the world of reality.
Oh, no!
To my pains and struggles in my mind. I am weak, not very strong, because in my auntie's voice, I can never make it in life. I aim at joining a gang that sell their body to survive. But then what do I gain after selling my pride in vain? Thank God for my brain. For now, yes, now I hardly face pain, because something in me awakens. That thing that allow me to write, recite, motivate, inspire, entertain, narrate. That thing that allow me to stand here today and speak. And that is
Poetry.
But beyond the dead end was no man's land. So how about building a big mansion filled with the iconic faces of this generation? Have a room decorated in black roses, raise a big black bed with comfortable black duvets, big windows standing side by side, apprehending rays of the black culture. Beautiful drapes to make my room a sleeping beauty. Mostly, I will sleep in. But yesterday I dreamt of a better tomorrow. I listen and don't hear. I speak and don't talk.
Under the spell of poetry.
I walk and never stop. So I force my mouth into an easy smile. Have thoughts, fought for attention in my brain. I love her.
see hills and hills we.
In an unfriendly weather,
We came together.
Like a titty tie on a bat's feather, we flew. The seed of survival we wished to sow. Watch it grow, but all looks like. Believe me, it hurts from inside as the fear of failure decorates itself on our faces. No wind of hope to embrace. But all of a sudden, yes, all of a sudden, I spot a lady. Her face clearly seen even though it was shade. All mine could give me was to melt in her arms and call her Millie. But all I could do was hide.
Hello.
Who are you?
your savior.
So to see her entire body written with different words. Waterfall on one branch called A-R-T.
I was born in a place yet true. Left alone in the unknown, my mom is a crow. Picked up by a man who made me believe that I was his own. Years passed, and I grew to master what he taught me. A thief! That was all he could offer. A thief that steals from the rich and steals with the poor. How do you call that?
Is it stealing or stealing?
This went on and on until my first time getting caught by a group of men. With sticks that a simple hit will make me weak. Suddenly, a lady asked them to stop. I was in surprise as the sticks dropped. I wanted to run non-stop, but she said to his school. Who are you? I said. Sing, she told me. I can sing. Sing, she said. I did.
You did?
And to my surprise, it worked.
Oh,
She finally said, I am your inner talent.
use me to save the world. After being stable, build school that teaches poetry, music,
dancing, and any aspect of art.
That's what crusade is.
I woke up and found out it was all a dream.
A dream.
But I live with it.
So,
live with it.
Miniyamba dunga malambelo. Saba miniyamba saba yekunoleno. Saba miniyamba. Thank you.
Of course, so far that was the loudest clap my ears have heard. I needed not to say clap for that because it was an amazing presentation. Literature has a role to play in society. In fact, as they presented this amazing spoken word piece and they blended it with songs and a couple of things, including our own tradition and culture, I am being reminded a book written by a Gambian author in the person of Yahya Silla, Why Do Good People Suffer? I think all of you should grab a copy of that book and start reading this. Or, in the words of the Brazilian author and scholar Paulo Freire in 1976, what he calls the defective logic of the system unashamedly, we have to define that. These are amazing young people who are highly talented, and I think they should jealously guide their potential or talent for the benefit of society. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an address by our uncle, a parent, a role model, a father, a grandfather to many, a nationalist, somebody who has done a lot in our country's development history. But before I invite Honorable Saffiatou Joof, I would like us to say a big thank you to Madam Saffiatou Joof, our mother, the mother of Saffiatou Joof, who has been giving her courage and everything to make sure that her daughter writes this book under the spell of poetry that we are launching today. I think women should be celebrated. Let's say thank you to Madam Saffiatou Joof, the mother of Saffiatou Joof. That is why repeatedly the hadith pointed mother, mother 3 times before father. There was an emphasis. Maybe later Mamadou Sabali in his address will give me the verses from the Holy Quran. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have this honor of now inviting our uncle, Uncle Saffiatou Joof, to make an address. Let's join hands and welcome him.
Assalamu alaikum. When I got into this hall, I was very happy. But a moment ago, I became somewhat unhappy because of one thing that I struggled against since 1997. We must understand that we inherited a system with its language. And the language has its own ailments. But uncritically, we inherited everything and we questioned nothing. Now I'm wearing on my neck a card on which it is written honorable. And all of you call me honorable. And it is very surprising that nobody raises a question about that word honorable. Where an employee is more honorable than the employer, then there is no work done. I'm very serious about this word because it is a deception and it is deceiving. I am not honorable because I am employed by people. I am a public trustee, but not an honorable person. And unless we question this word, the use of this word in our country, we'll continue to have people who will be sitting on our necks, who are supposedly our servants, but will be sitting on our necks as kings and queens. So please, I am not honorable. I declared this the first time I ever spoke in the National Assembly in 1997. I said, I don't want to be called honorable because it is not true. In the constituency where I was elected, nobody calls me honorable. Because I told them from day one, if you continue to call me honorable, I'll give up your job. And so nobody calls me honorable there. My name is Saffiatou Joof. And if you want to add something else, you said, Uncle, fine. But even the word Mr., I rejected it when I was teaching. I told my kids, call me teacher. I'm not Mr. So for me, we have to begin to question all these words in a language that we inherited, a language we don't understand. Now I come to why we are here today. Knowledge is comparable to a garden. If a garden is not properly cultivated, it can never be properly harvested. Knowledge, likewise, if it is not properly cultivated, it can never be properly harvested. Here we are here today to witness the cultivation and harvesting of knowledge. When Saffiatou came to our office one afternoon 2 weeks ago, I was so amazed that I was speechless. I just kept on looking at her as if I had never seen her before in my life, because of the passion that she was speaking to me about everything. Yes, there are many people who write. In the education system where I acquired my higher education in France, they say there are two types of writers. There are writers who write for the grave, and there are others who write for consumption. Writers who write for grave are books that are written, but they are never read and they are never bought. And there is a reason for that. It is not every book that is written that is read. And it's not every book that is written that is good. a writer has to be in tune with nature and society. A writer has to understand nature and society to be able to write. And we don't just write because we want to write. You have to be inspired, you have to be motivated. Well, like if you are motivated, if I'm motivated, I can write a book one day. If I tell you that I wrote my master's thesis on a plane on the flight from here to France, you would not believe it. But billahi, wallahi, I wrote my master's thesis on a plane. Because when I was here, I collected data and I was inspired. And I knew what I was writing about. So on the plane, I took my pen and I said, wait, why can't you just do what I was going to do in France? When I reached France, I only had to tidy it up. But the master's thesis was written on a plane. This is not a joke. If a writer is inspired, he or she can write a book one single night. And Saffiatou is one of those writers. Nobody has ever made me speechless, but that girl, that lady, made me speechless that day. And